Hello there, Scorpio. My name's Frankie, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Scorpio for July of 2019. We're 7 months into the year, Scorpio. Now, I have a short announcement before I start. I was contacted by another YouTuber. Her name's Mary. She has a website called thelighthousemedium.com, and she's trying to organize a day to pray for world peace. It's going to be on July 16th at noon Atlantic time. And she's asked that anybody that watches this channel, if you want to be involved, July 16th, noon Atlantic time, go to the lighthousemedium.com, and when the front page comes up, there'll be a little click that says videos, and she has a short video there that explains everything for anybody that's interested. July 16th, noon Atlantic time, and praying for world peace. So for all of you that were new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull an angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. I guess that makes all Scorpios named Frankie for the time of this reading. Look at your moon sign and rising sign. You get a more comprehensive view of the month. And I don't believe the cards are going to go week by week. I believe they'll blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, I have a short message for us, and it feels like everything we do, we try to stay out of the forefront. We work our butts off, we're staying out of the forefront, but it's almost like this month, occasionally, Spirit is telling us, come out, stand up, and let somebody congratulate you or pat me on the back for all of the hard work I actually have been doing. So what I keep seeing is, yay, Scorpio. So don't hide in the corner if I've done all this, maybe at work or wherever it is, or in a relationship or with family situations. If I've done it, come out and take the applause. That's how I keep hearing it. And I also feel like maybe a dream we might have had that felt like out of reach, we've had for years, kind of feels like it's coming towards us this month. Maybe get out of the closet. Maybe it'll get us a raise, or, maybe a promotion in the job that we wanted, or the relationship perhaps we want. Because we have a lot of people cards laying here in our reading, and our words are good. They're efficiency, creativity, tenderness, depth, and flexibility. And what else explains us Scorpios other than depth? That's about the extent of us, and creativity actually too, because when we go deep, don't we? And but I hate to show you our first card here. It's the Ten of Rods, Ten of Wands. I don't know why they say that or change the name of it, but it is taking up responsibilities that are appropriate to a new cycle that's coming in. That's how they want me to say it this time. They may be burdensome or cumbersome, but we have the strength and the character to carry them, and we will feel like we can do anything at this point, even if it's an extremely difficult task. So for some of us, we're going to be really willing to carry these 10 rods of burden on our back. But some of us, it's going to be the labor went for nothing, and we may be carrying the burdens that really don't belong to us, and we could be feeling weary, as if the whole world is on our shoulders. Maybe that's part of that original message. Come out of, behind the scenes and take the, applause, the gratitude for all the hard work that we've been doing. Um, it's up to us, actually, though, whether the responsibilities we have undertaken are legitimately ours, or if they're legitimately required, or if others are shirking their duty. That's the one thing to really think about this, because the 10 is finished. A 10 is a 1. It's the beginning of a new way of life or a new path. Maybe with that original message, someone else is we're doing all of their work and they're taking all the credit for it. It's like sometimes one member of a family or an organization, they get all the dirty work for the simple reason they're willing to do it, because it had to be done. That's the way we see things. I'm doing it because it has to be done. Somebody has to do it. But the card is telling us, make sure others are doing their fair share and ask for help when we need it, and we are not to let pride stand in our way. So if we need the help, don't say, I'm going to do it all on my own. This is not the month to do that. Or if we're do a promotion and someone else is, I always think of this card sometimes. The best example I get, Scorpio, is I think of the coworker that's polishing their nails at work and filing them, and then they throw the rest of their paperwork on my desk, and they basically say to me, oh, Scorpio, finish this for me. I have to leave early today. And you say, why? Oh, I got my nail appointment every Friday. And it's like, every Friday I'm here overtime and I'm not getting paid for it, that kind of deal, and you're giving me your work, and your work's finished, and the boss is giving you a promotion because your work's always finished because little Scorpio's in the background doing it. Well, for some of us, it's going to be time. The most efficient thing for us to do is it's time to step up to the plate and be tender to ourselves. Maybe we took the flexibility a little bit too far, um, or allowed others to walk on us. Really, we don't normally do that, because if we do, we seethe underneath, while we're doing it, or resent it, and usually that comes out in a kind of explosive type of energy, if you know what I mean, because it's like, I've been holding this, and buddy, you're going to get it, but sometime, for some of us, it's going to be, this is a fresh new cycle. We're done. We're getting the promotion. We're moving forward, and the work was well worth it. And I'm saying it that way, whatever situation it's in. I can't place it in in one place of your life. You'll have to do that part on your own. And the reason I'm saying it, maybe it was well worth it, is because we have the Four of Cups here next. And that's like being in a state of apathy or withdrawal. It may be necessary rest after like hectic excitement that is represented by the Three of Cups, the party card. It could mean something like that, but it could be this Ten of Rods here energy, that we're just wore out. It means a time to get away by ourselves, to just drift and dream for a while before we turn back to the daily grind of everything. It's when we're in a state of withdrawing our emotions from a situation, or a person. Maybe that's who we were carrying those 10 rods for, and we might need some space around us to just be ourselves. with this card, there's a feeling of letdown after a buildup. All I can think of is like postpartum depression, or when you have to face the daily grind of ordinary life, dealing with nitty gritty things that make a marriage work, things along those lines, just dealing with everyday life. But while I'm sitting here thinking about the card itself, what's flashing in my head is don't sit too long. That's what's flashing in my head. Do not sit too long, Scorpio, because this guy's growing ivy out of his head, so his hair must be pretty darn dirty, is all I can think of. You know, it's got to be pretty filthy at this point because he has the whole plant on his head. The other thing I think of quite frequently with this card is look up here. This is the hand of God coming out of the cloud with a cup. Here's the 3 cups down here. All of them are full, but this one's empty. So this might be our creativity word. Maybe we need to pull back and think about what we've been through and figure out what we're going to fill this cup with that's coming out of the cloud. So a lot of times when we walk away from something, we get new insight. And that could be this cup coming. We get more creative, or we get better ideas, and our work itself can become more efficient. That's what they want me to say about this for this particular reading, and for whatever reason, that's what they want me to say. And the other thing is, maybe we are, like I said, just wore out from carrying all of these. That's a possibility. Maybe in a relationship, maybe at work, and we're just like, it's the weekend and we're crashing. Or maybe some of us went on vacation and, now we're tired out and we're running, or taking care of kids and things like that when we went away, and now it's just like, oh God, I'm home and I gotta wash the dishes again. Could be that kind of energy for a few of us too. But it's a good energy for creativity. Really good, because of that cup coming out of the cloud. So if there's something I'm thinking of, like part of that original message, maybe something that we were dreaming about long ago is now possible now. Maybe we want to fill that vision and put that back into the cup, that kind of energy back into it. And maybe it was a money-making proposition, because based on the cards I'm seeing here, and this card here, we have the Page of Pentacles card, and if you look at him, he's staring straight at that pentacle, right? So the money, it's like it's show me the money is what I think when I see the page, because it's younger energy. It will be energy of Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, male or female, and we have a lot of people cards in this, so this is going to be a difficult one. Maybe some of us broke off a relationship with those 10 rods there, and we're in that stasis period in between relationships, and in comes something new or something different, because how do I want to say it? His attitude, he has a message regarding our acquisition of money or material goods. The news is good when we get him, because he's carrying that pentacle. He's really focused on it, and would be someone who was, if it's someone outside of ourselves, they would be intelligent, they would appreciate the good life, ambitious, determined, very goal-oriented, male or female, I forgot to say that. If he's not a person in our life, it indicates our own worldly ambitions and a message concerning them. like the message in the beginning, like maybe it's all possible now. Things are possible and probable that weren't before. Maybe I get them back out and put them back on the drawing board and, how do I want to say this? And restart them and restart them, because now maybe it's more viable for me to be able to do it. They also call this the card of the scholar. Someone who is so intent on what they're doing, like the nose in the book, that they crash into the wall. So nothing other than that matters to them. So they're very efficient on their quest for going forward. And they're young, so it's more rambunctious energy. It could be, for some of us, maybe one of our kids type energy, or some new person maybe at work that might be coming, or they might have hired to help us. Maybe I don't know if that'll be a message just for a few. Maybe I was doing the work of 2 people and they brought in another one, you know. But the Page of Pentacles he brings a message of money or material goods. So he's an absolutely excellent type of energy for us to have in this month, especially if we were carrying all those rods there. So I don't know who it's going to be in our lives. It could be us, because there's something, a dream or something that we want to bring to fruition right now. And maybe getting out of the background and stepping up and letting people say, hey, Scorpio, you did a good job, might be worth our effort this time instead of staying in the background. And for some of us, this is going to be love, but here we are. We showed up in our own reading, and it's interesting what you'll see because the way they go up. But this is the Knight of Cups. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces type energy, and it's us showing up in our own reading, male or female, and he's a messenger. See, he has wings on his helmet. So he's a messenger that in this case, he brings us love and good tidings, like right along with that Page of Pentacles type energy. Could be another person in our lives that may propose to us or whatever. He usually has water. They show water around him, but they don't show it under his feet, because normally he's just a loving energy. He doesn't come like in full armor like most of the knights do. He's not a warring energy. He's be bringing us a message about love. He could represent our one true love. The knight on the white horse, the knight in the shining armor type energy. When the Knight of Cups comes into a reading, it indicates we are really deeply involved in an emotional situation to the point where little else matters to us, So we may be awaiting this message, such as someone declaring that they love us, or a proposal of marriage, with such kind of anticipatory, I think I got that word out of my mouth right, like such anticipation that everything else around us is insignificant. If that makes any kind of sense, it means all other relationships pale in comparison to this one. This is the be-all and end-all, but it also is a good omen because we're showing up in our own reading. So if he's not representative of love, it's really certainly someone who is a friend, who's honest, intelligent, and willing to aid us in any way. So it could be another fellow Scorpio, could be a Cancer, Pisces type energy, but that real loving, so whatever those burdens we were carrying. You know, and he's very creative energy because it's cups, it's emotional, it's deep, it's flowing, it's flexible, like our words here, you know, where the Page of Pentacles energy is efficient. This is tenderness, depth, flexibility, creativity, all of the other words, you know. So we got two very powerful energies that are coming up in this reading all at the same time, which is really kind of like exciting, but they're people energy. So I don't know, are they us showing up in our reading, which is good because of our word down here, depth, us showing up in our own reading, or, you know, us just being tender to ourselves by taking that Four of Cups energy in there, you know? So it's good. Some of us are going to get a declaration of love, you know, which is exciting type of energy, because look at what the next one is. More earth energy. King of Pentacles. So it's hard to discern. We're back into earth energy that's even way more mature. So this is going to be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy, earth energy, extremely mature, really smart with money, smart with material things, male or female. It's usually it means someone who's very mature. They're not just wealthy, they're also really courageous, is the words I want to say. Their nature's like one of a solid citizen, reputable person who's very kind to others. It's worldly power. That's what his symbol is in a positive sense, because he's very experienced, she, very experienced in handling money. His stability is his major factor. Stability, you know, he or she, how stable they really are. It, trying to think here, it makes him the one who can provide like reliable counsel on matters of money or finance, if that's an important thing to us. Someone who's cultured and refined, and uh, the way they're saying it is weird, but a dispenser of patronage. So like maybe like a loan officer or somebody that handles finance things around us, that's going to be really helpful, you know, and really helpful, because if it is an actual person, he or she, I have to say it again, if it's an actual person, they're like well disposed towards us, and they could be like a corporate head. Corporate head is the way they're saying it. A corporate head, or maybe a banker, a corporate head or a banker that's going to give us a loan, or a corporate head that's going to recognize all the hard work that we did. That's why I'm struggling with it. Some of us, it may be the person that's going to help us finance a trip or a house or something like that. If we were going for a loan, they'd really like us, and they would like give it to us, you know. If it's not a person, an actual person, then it indicates that we're engaged in something like a worldly enterprise, and that it will meet with success. So we have two cards that are messages of success and material gain, and one with us in it that's showing, you know, showing us in it, and love coming at us. And I think it all comes because of this, because of everything, all the hard work we've put in, because of that carrying the 10 rods of burden. So it's really good energy. I don't know where it's going to come down, but I do know maybe if some of us were busting our butts running around trying to get a bank loan, to buy a new house or move, it'd be coming to us, and we could get it. Or if we worked our butts off at work and it was time for our review, we would be getting that pay raise. Because the King of Pentacles is a stepping up past. So it intrigued me the way they fell here. Page, Knight, and King, all in a row, like a level of maturity that shows me I'm going to get what I want, the love and the money type energy, which is really interesting to me. So whatever it is we're going after, it could be two different relationships. Like I said, some of us may have got fed up with carrying the load in another relationship and then went on, and this Page of Pentacles energy might have been, the person that was waiting in the sideline for us to get out of the relationship and then come and be with them in a mature way in the King of Pentacles. So some of us, I'm not reading my angel card here. Well, I know what we got to do with the cup from the hand of God here. Our card is release and surrender. We're ready for some kind of major change here, Scorpio. I can feel it with all the people energy around us. It says, we shower you with blessings of our radiant love. Open your arms and release the challenges that you have held so tightly gripped within your hands. Open your hands, arms, and your heart to our love and assistance. Wow, Scorpio, you can't make these cards up. I'm throwing things every here. Now I lost all my angel cards are sliding all over the place. And I have my little post-it pad flying everywhere here too, so I could make my announcement and say it right for you. It said, these angels bring this card to you because you've been trying to fix this situation single-handedly. Boy, that was serious business with that Ten of Rods. They'd love to help you and answer your prayers, but first you need to surrender and release the situation. Surrender simply means you're tired of struggling. It means emotionally letting go with faith that the divine wisdom of spirit, which includes your higher self, can do a better job. Surrender doesn't mean that you're giving up or that you want to be controlled. Through surrender, you'll be assured of a better outcome. If you need help with surrender, ask the angels to assist you. And it says, don't worry about how the prayer will be answered. Let God figure out all the details. Be willing to ask for help, like our Ten of Rods. I wasn't sure why I was saying that beginning part when I started talking about it. Be willing to ask for help. Release tension and the need to control, and the things will go better. Avoid power struggles in your relationships and simply own your own power, and you won't have to fight for it because someone else knows what's going on behind the scenes, Scorpio. Well, Scorpio, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. Anybody wants to know more about me or neb about me, all of the information's down below the screen. And if you'd like to set an appointment with me, all the information to do that is over at the website, and that's in the About section below the screen. The prayer class and suture classes are over at the website. There's 2 short videos over there that explain them. Prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It's very comprehensive. It tells you, instructs you how to format them for different situations. The sutras are thought forms. You put in a simple meditation, takes 5 minutes a day, and it really enhances your clear perceptions. It's a good tool to have in your toolbox because they're particular to this kind of work. And everybody I've met through 3 whole years of doing YouTubes, and everyone I've met through 31 years of this work, I want to tell you all it's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to be able to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.